Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pentiment. So the last episode was quite eventful. Ottilia was deemed as guilty for murdering the late Baron, and I'm actually still kinda surprised that they decided that Ottilia was the murderer. Maybe they thought that Ottilia was a convenient scapegoat for them, so they didn't need to execute an actual monk. So maybe that's why they decided that, okay, yeah, let's blame the old widow instead. And then 7 years later, we are now a rich and famous artist, and we are visiting the good old Tassing once again. And this little lad here is our apprentice, not our son. And we are now supposed to go and meet with the Gertners at their house, I believe. So without further ado, let's go. Oh, and the peasants here are planning to rise up against the abbot. Father what was his name? Father Garnet, or something like that. But anyway, they are planning to race against the abbot because of the numerous new taxes that the abbot has raised. So let's see what's going to happen with that, and hope that the local lord won't send a military here to put down the rebellion. Let's hope that things won't get too violent. Okay, so we got good old Clara here. Peter, you have got some more grey hair. Big York, looking pretty much the same as ever. Ah, or Ursula, she has grown. She could use a better new dress though. I'm actually surprised that ill Peter is still alive. And Veronica is here as well. I wonder why. Well, let's talk to Clara first, I guess. Hello again, Andreas. We are about to sit down to supper. Care to join? It would be my pleasure. And tomorrow we are supposed to have some, was it lunch or dinner with Klaus? But yeah, let's sit down. It's truly a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too goddamn much. Well, they are still growing. Peter, stop that. Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. We pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Christine. Was it their late child, who died young? Please help me protect my family in these difficult times. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? The Gertners can't afford a lot of bread. They are being polite. I see. So things are not going too well here. Last time when we were here 7 years ago, everyone had bread and whatnot. Andreas, it's so good to have you at our table again. And with another guest. Is this young man your assistant? Caspar, yes, he's my apprentice. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing in the little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. We have some fresh pottage and some rye bread and cheese. Well, let's start with cheese, whatever. Do you still draw in your journal, Andreas? Oh, sometimes, when the mood strikes. Not really, the work I do now is pretty rote. Sometimes. Wouldn't that be nice, York? If we only had to work when the whim took us. And we toil all day, and that despicable abbot is starving us all, while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. How have the fates been treating you these last few years? Well, can't you tell? Is Ursula sick? The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. That's one way to say it. Been miserable as shit all around. What year was it right now? Was it It was 15 something. I'm just wondering here that whether the little ice age has has hit Tassing, because somewhere around 15, was it 15 or 1600s, there was this exceptionally cold period of time known as the Little Ice Age, and naturally the crops suffered because of it, and thus famine followed. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening here right now. So ill Peter is also, well, ill. Maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamn table. The whole family's been ill, Andreas. Peter, his father, and Ursula with an egg. And me, well... Clara lost a child in childbed a year ago now. Oh, that recently. Shit. That must be very, very tragic. Was the child baptized before they passed? He was. Agnes saw to it swiftly. Well, that's good. Such a good woman. Then child is with the Lord now. God rest his soul. Agnes tried her best to save him, but he had a deformity of the skull and didn't live long. Ah, deformity. It was monstrous. Monstrous. Saint Augustine says that nothing done by the will of God could be contrary to nature, ill Peter. Think about something. Don't think about it. Just keep the conversation going. You're already thinking about it. Well, that's true. Please leave me alone, just for a while. Whoever that woman is. Alright, just for a while. Well, Saint Augustine says that nothing done by the will of God could be contrary to nature, ill Peter. Pa, you seen him around here anywhere? I don't think so. Tassing is no place for saints. Not even the Lord seems to look our way any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. We are eating. Not at the table. Do you think? He's right. Please, can we not talk about this now? Yorkia was married while you were away, Andreas. Oh, really? Well, congrats. To Veronica? Is that why she's here? My condolences. It's not like that, Andreas. Veronica and I are happy. Happy-ish. It's been a couple springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Any children yet? Well, apparently not. There's been time enough for it. And we have been married for approximately 7 years ourselves, and we don't have a child yet. Well, congratulations, Georg. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andreas. It's been our one blessing in a dark season. With children soon to come, I hope. Heh. What? I don't get it. You don't need to understand that yet, Ursula. But you will when you are older. Do you? Forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? Foreign patrons are fussy, and I have spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Oh, Nuremberg is miserable. I'm paid in a commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. Well, I have been so busy with Caspar's apprenticeship, I never have any time to myself. What should I say? What should I say? My life seems so far from theirs now. And we are much better off than them too. My mind's gone blank. What should I say? Don't leave them waiting. I can't think of anything. Nothing but my miserable little problems. Yeah, little problems, alright. They'll think you are rude if you don't say something. Okay, well, fine. Foreign patrons are fussy, and I have spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Nuremberg is miserable. Painting a commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. Let's just say this, I suppose. Foreign patrons are fussy, and I have spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Christ, Andreas, you're living like a king compared to us. Yeah, I thought so. What is it like to travel? You must have seen so much. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You are sick. But Mom, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread besides Master Andreas and me. Stop. Ursula, give it back to him. Oh, I'm surprised that Peter would say that. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamn guests. So it's a question of honor, I guess. Besides, we all have work to get back to, don't we? Good. Time to get back to it, Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. We don't mean to overstay our welcome. I was just thinking we ought to go anyway. Well, my apologies. We don't mean to overstay our welcome. It's all right, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. Is he ever in a good mood? It was lovely to see you again. Yes, thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? Yeah, we read about this, but let's check it out again. The feast and celebration of St. John the Baptist, beginning at sunset on June 23rd, coincides with Midsummer's Day and the summer solstice. I think so. Good, hopefully we'll see you then. Until then. Okay, so now we go back to the guest house, I guess. Okay, I guess we just go to sleep. Can we talk to him like this? Apparently not. He's just following us. Look at that scarecrow. I was thinking that maybe I should make a little detour on our way back to the Abbey. In case something interesting happens. Whose house is this? I don't know. I would like to see what happened to the old widow's old place. Ah, we can't go there. The road just ends. Martin Power's house. Okay. Ah, something's happening. The sin of Saul. The sin of Saul. Is that one of the apostles or the first monarch of Israel? Oh, okay, the monarch. According to the Old Testament, Saul was divinely rejected from the kingship after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. Okay. Master, did you hear that? It sounded like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Amalie. She's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Sister Amalie, are you alright? The Philistines. This is the hand of God. Compline. That's the monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m., one of the little hours of prayer. The monks and nuns retire to their dormitory shortly afterward. Sister, is something happening at Compline? As in right now? It's Compline right now. Yeah, exactly. No! Sister Emily? You're the artist, Andreas. You remember me? Are you alright, sister? What did you say? Are you alright, sister? Or, What did you say? See? I don't remember. What did I say? Something about sin of Saul, the Philistines, and Compline. Oh, I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Caspar to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Caspar, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andreas. Your son? My apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. My apprentice, but I think of him like a son. No, I have no son. My wife and I... Nah, let's just go there. No, let's not go there. My apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. He seems eager to please you. Apprentices usually do want to please their mentors. Of course, that is the job of an apprentice. He is quite enthusiastic, yes. I feel his devotion is misplaced in me. He is quite enthusiastic, yes. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. My world is one of spirit, decoupled from the march of life and death. What is this hole here? She doesn't sleep there, does she? I see and hear your world turning from this little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. Mercifully small? This cell allows me to contemplate mysteries without the noise of the outside world, polluting my thoughts. Your world is the world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. Now that's dedication. When my will is His will, He graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. It must be frustrating. Surely it could be interpreted with scripture. Few things are certain in this world. Scripture is a guide and an aid, not a key to unlock all mysteries of heaven and earth. I have faith that what He wants to be revealed will be revealed in time. Until then, my responsibility is to contemplate these revelations and seek counsel in Father Thomas. Sister, is that hole in the ground your grave? Yes. So it is a grave and not a bedside. I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites, before I was enclosed here. I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. What if the calling is wrong? I don't think it's that simple. Of course, how could we do otherwise? Was a calling to a cloistered life not enough? Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. What if the calling is wrong? I wish I could give you a helpful answer, but I don't know. I felt this was my calling before I could admit it to myself. Is your calling in question, Andreas? Is your life? I guess both. I have lost my love. Who? My love for art? Love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Augustine? Andreas, thank you for sending Caspar. She asked for you. It seemed prudent. Are you alright, Sister Amelie? Yes, Father, I may have had another vision. Andreas said I spoke of the sin of soul, Philistines and Compline. What do you think it means, Father? Andreas, Caspar, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, but I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. Alright, good evening. God bless you both. Master Andreas, I'm confused. What did that all mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Amelie have a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. Oh yeah, that's true, I forgot about that. What? Do you think... Could Sister Amelie be receiving warnings? Or maybe Amelie was the murderer all along. But it's very unlikely. No, that's too simple an explanation. There are layers and layers to divine messages. It's possible. John received his revelation of Apocalypse on Patmos. It was a vision of Judgment Day. And we have said quite a few theological replies, so maybe we should pick an occult for now. No, that's too simple an explanation. There are layers and layers to divine messages. No revelation with real power or prophecy could be understood plainly. The meaning must be hidden or implied. Sounds complicated. Come, Caspar, let's retire for the evening. The second vision. Second vision. As Caspar and I passed by the town church, we heard Sister Emily have another strange vision. She spoke of the sin of soul and complained. It's an unsettling omen considering what happened the last time I witnessed one of her visions. Yes, indeed. Okay, the many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Oh yeah, we checked that one out. Pet slough. Don't you want to pet the cat too, Caspar? I guess not. What a stunning collection of wildflowers. They all grow so plentifully in the meadow. Yeah, it is quite pretty. Oh, and there's a rabbit. Or hare. Well, I guess we just retreat to our guest house. And then go to sleep. It's getting late, I should get some rest. Yeah, go to sleep. I never understood that what's the point of wearing hats like that when you go to sleep. Okay, we slept quite long. Meet Illuminata at the library. Oh yeah. And Father Gertner should also be there. Did you drop this, Caspar? Drop what? I didn't notice. No, I don't think so, Master. Oh no. That script looks beautiful, Master Andreas. Did you write that? You were warned. Warned? What does that mean? Warned about what? It has to do with the murder that happened the last time I was here. Or should we... Well, we have told him quite a bit already, so why stop telling him now? How? I thought they caught the murderer. Yes, but it's complicated. Let's just head up to the library, Caspar. Alright, Master. Okay, so this... So the guy or a woman who keeps giving these notes away or putting them into people's pockets or whatever is still around. Father Guy. Andreas. Brother Guy, what are you doing out here? Father Gertner has asked me to inform the townsfolk that the shrine is closed. Closed? With everything going on? Whatever for? Has something happened to the shrine? You can't close the shrine of St. Moritz. Whatever for? Father Abbot has ordered that we bring the hand into the church. The pilgrims are still welcome to come in and visit the relic, but it is off limits to the townsfolk. But that sounds not right. What? Why? The abbot has had enough of the peasants and townsfolk rebelling against the abbey. He is the rightful lord. Okay, so he is the lord. The abbot has been more than generous, but he will not let this 12 articles drivel pass. 12 articles. The abbot refuses to leave the relic at risk of destruction. The hand of St. Moritz is the only thing keeping the abbey open. I see. How long will the shrine stay closed? But Tassing relies on St. Moritz just as much as the abbey. What about the fate of the townsfolk? So this is about money. The pilgrims bring donations, but the townsfolk don't. So he's punishing the town further. But Tassing relies on St. Moritz just as much as the abbey. What about the fate of the townsfolk? Then they can stop engaging in such heretical and sinful behavior. The abbot is trying to protect the relic, nothing more. I don't believe that. What about the peasants' complaints? I somehow doubt that that's the only thing on his mind. No one wants to destroy the hand of Saint Moritz guy. The abbot is a cruel man and you are no better defending him. I somehow doubt that's the only thing on his mind. Will you question the abbot too, Andreas Malher? Have you forgotten that you are a guest here in Tassing? I pray the townsfolk and the abbey can resolve this quickly then. This is ridiculous and cruel, brother guy, even for the abbot. I pray for the townsfolk and I pray that the townsfolk and the abbey can resolve this quickly. As do I. God bless you, Andreas. That goes to the nuns section, but let's go to the library, where Sister or Mother Illuminata is waiting. And that's Piero's grave, I believe. Brother Piero, 1450 to 1525. So he was 75 years old. Rest in peace, my old friend. Oh, there's Brother Adolf. He's still alive and kicking, barely. Hello, who is this? He can't see. It's Andreas, Brother Adolf, Andreas Malher. Oh. Oh, Andreas, the fine young artist from Nuremberg. Not quite so young anymore, brother. You flatter me. Your art flattered my writing. Yours and Brother Piero's both. God rest his soul. It's a blessing to work with talent such as yours and Piero's. And Gabriel and Rupert and Sister Michaela when the nuns helped us with our labors. I don't recognize any of these names. So many years of toil. They are all gone now. I pray they are all at rest with the Lord. Soon I will be gone. Then Brother Guy and all that will remain of us are our books. But enough of that. How have you been, Andreas? God has blessed me with good fortune. I have been well, thank you. Successful in body if not in spirit. God has blessed me with good fortune. Good. Be sure to share it with others when you are able. You seem more at ease now than when I was last here. Do I? It may be so. I may have worked in the scriptorium beyond the limits of his body, of this body even. It pained my joints and strained my brotherly love for Guy. The scriptorium took my sight and the use of my hands, but when it closed, it also took the pain from my heart. The abbot is content to let me serve the Lord through prayer and contemplation. And so it also contents me. I'm sorry, Andreas, but I must rest now. It's good to hear your voice at Kiersau again. God bless you. God bless you, Brother Adolf. Okay, well, let's enter the scriptorium and... Oh, Zdena is still here. Oh my. In case you don't remember, we kinda had a little thing going on. Yeah, at the library. I wonder how she feels about us. Just don't talk too much. Oh, Andreas, you are back. Hello, Sister Zena. You seem surprised to see me. Are you still... And you are still here. Hello, Sister Zena. That's all you have to say? Hello? Of course, God bless... Of course, God bless you, sister. Ah, still an ass, I see. Still, I hear you are a master artist now. I'm impressed. You know, I have grown as well, in a variety of ways. Is that so? Oh, you'll have to show me sometime. Sister, that night was just that one night. Shall we finish what we began, sister? Sister Zedna, I appreciate your interest, but... well, we are a hedonist, so... Shall we finish what we began, or... Don't be ridiculous, Andreas. I'm not indulging you again. Indulging me? You practically threw yourself at me. Or was it that bad? No, it wasn't. Just let it pass, won't you? You didn't have to endure the tongue. You didn't have to endure the tongue wagging. Mother Illuminata gave me. Did you get in much trouble? I had to do penance, obviously, and I had to help Sister Gertrude in the garden for a whole month. It wasn't horrible. I enjoyed working outside on the nice days. The garden is beautiful. I was young and lonely. You have no idea how boring a convent is for a young woman. It can't be that bad. You don't listen to Mother Illuminata anyway. You have more freedom here than I do, slaving away for patrons in Nuremberg. So you ignore the vows you made before God? You didn't take issue with it before. Well, that's true. I'm not like you, Andreas. I never chose this life. My family couldn't marry me off to anyone of higher rank, so they donated to the abbey. They donated their own daughter. The amount was substantial enough for the abbey to take me in as a nun. I was forced to take the habit. I loved my life before Kiersau. At least you chose your vocation. I was showed into mine and forgotten. I had no idea, I'm sorry. Is that why you refused to follow the convent's rules? So you flout and disrespect the rest of the sisters, I see. I have no idea, I'm sorry. I have accepted where I am now. I make the best of it as well as I can. Still, it's a pity we never got to finish that kiss. Well, she did tell us not to go and indulge it, but... And besides, our apprentice is here. It may not be a good idea to do it right in front of him. But at the same time, I really want to see where it leads. Fuck it. Ha, sorry, Andres, you'll have to go without. God damn it! I should return to my duties. Thank you for speaking with me, Andreas Muller. Until later, Sister Zena. God damn it, game you tease. Well, is Sister Illuminata here? Oh, we can enter through this door. Oh, there she is. Oh, sorry, Mother Illuminata. She even got the big cross now. God bless you, Andreas. It has been too long. No doubt your work has carried you far from Nuremberg, but we had hoped to hear from you from time to time. Yeah, everyone keeps saying that. Yes, my apologies. You are right, of course. It's good to see you again, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. Good day, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. Well, it's good to see you again. God bless you, Mother Superior. God bless you, young Caspar. No greeting for your favorite library helper? It's good to see you again, sister. Well, we just talked to you. You as well. I'm sorry you have to see it in such a state. It's very little used these days. What, the library? What happened? After Baron Rothvogel's murder, we had fewer and fewer wealthy patrons. The small number that held out lost interest. It's easier to commission a new work from the Guild of St. Luke or individual masters in big cities like Nuremberg, such as yours truly. Guild of St. Luke. Regulated trade and sale of art in cities around Europe. Artists who sought to have apprentices and businesses often had to become members for the privilege. Oh yeah, the guilds. Yeah, that's how guilds worked indeed. There was guild for pretty much every profession, whether it was the Guild of Arts, blacksmiths, and then there were various guilds for different blacksmiths like weaponsmiths, armorsmiths, and so on and so forth. Bakers had their own guild, merchants had their own guilds, and so on and so forth. Father Gernot saw no reason to keep the scriptorium or library open. Most of the books here have been suffering of neglect. Yeah, I can understand why they got rid of the scriptorium, because, well, the printing press is a thing now. There's no point to copy the books by hand anymore. After Mother Cecilia's death, neither I nor Sister Zedna had the time to maintain our inventory. That's terrible. Kiersau was one of the last monastic scriptoria in Bavaria. Piero did say it was going to happen sooner or later. I am no happier about it than you are, but the late brother was right. Only heaven is unchanging. Now all that remains are books for sale to interested parties. A task that Father Gertner has entrusted to me. And Sister Gertner, of course. Well, I'm eager to look through your inventory. Master Andreas, maybe you could find a book for little Magdalene, something that's not in print yet? Excellent idea, Caspar. Magdalene, that's, was that Klaus's daughter? I think it was. We met her last time. She looks kinda annoyed. Take your time. Make sure you have looked through the whole collection. Okay, let's see what kind of books we can find. Parsifal. Perhaps Klaus would not object to this romance, given its emphasis on Christian virtues. Parsifal. A 13th century retelling of the Arthurian hero Parsifal, written by Wolfram von Eschenbach. Themes of love and chivalry are prominent in this adventure tale. Well, that sounds like fun. The German is a little dated, but I'm sure she'll figure it out with Klaus's help. Who knows, maybe it will inspire her imagination. Okay, we picked up that. Should we talk to her again? Take your time, okay. Guess we go upstairs. I think these are Latin translations of some of Origen's homilies. Also, it looks like it's partially burned. Origen's. Prolific 1st century ascetic and theologian, best known for his exegetical writings and homilies, influenced the development of the Trinity and the ransom theory of atonement. Probably not a great gift for a younger... Wait. This is the same bookhand as the notes I found when the Baron was murdered. Oh, really? I couldn't tell. Whoever wrote this is responsible for writing the notes. I need to ask Illuminata about this. Okay, it was partly burned. Interesting. But before that, let's check what else we have here. A copy of Jacobus de Voragain's Golden Legend. Every good Christian should know the legends of the saints. And the Latin is simple enough that she should be able to read it before long. Okay, that's nice. Oh, Richard de Bury's Philobiblon. It's a text on the collection and preservation of books. Okay. A 13th century English priest and later Bishop of Durham, Richard de Bury was one of the first private book collectors and is best known for the Philobiblon, which prescribed the care of his collection. Okie dokie. What does that say, I wonder? Maybe this is where Illuminata and Cecilia learned all their tricks. Certainly a good book for a printer's daughter. Are we gonna bring all of these books to her? And what about here? One last book here. Albertus Magnus's De Animalibus. Something about animals, maybe? Renowned 13th century Dominican theologian, philosopher, astrologer, and Bishop of Regensburg. A prolific writer, he was known primarily for his work on Aristotle and his knowledge on natural science. So I was kinda right about that. It's ostensibly a bestiary. Oh, bestiary, okay, so it is about animals, but it contains so much more knowledge on a variety of topics. This could inspire an interest in animals and the natural world. Beautiful illustrations as well. Okay, I guess that's everything. And we just hand over all these books to her and tell her that we want to buy all of these, or we have to choose one. Have you decided on any books to purchase? Yes, just one. Oh, just one. A copy of Albertus Magnus de Animalibus. Jacobus de Voragine's Golden Legend. I saw lovely Parsifal I would like to buy. The Philopiplon. That's the one about that how to preserve books or whatever. I think that they need it more than the girl will. And if you want to give her something fun to read, maybe the Parsifal, the one about the Arthurian hero. The Animalibus is not a terrible idea either. Can't we just buy the two of these? Well, it also holds some Christian values in the Parsifal, so I would like to buy that one. A romance, Andreas? I'm a bit surprised. I'm not. Yes, well, it's yours if you want it, of course. It's for Klaus and Trucker's daughter, Magdalene. That's even less appropriate, but not my concern. I hope she enjoys it. Is there anything else you need? Yes, Mother Illuminata. What do you know about this book? I don't know anything. This is the first time I have seen it. Where did you find it? I have seen it on one of the lower shelves. I don't think it's in our catalog. It's burned around the edges. Why? How can I find out where it came from? Who wrote it? If it's not in our catalog, I'm afraid I don't know whom you could ask. If it was a recent addition, the only people who would know are Mother Cecilia and Father Matthias. And they are both dead. Right, and I didn't bring any books for summoning. A joke, Master Malher? Anyway, it's a shame we can't figure out who penned this book. The author is the same person who wrote the letters I found while investigating the Baron's murder. The ones in the fine book hand? Brother Adolf told me about them. Perhaps he knows something about this book. He's been here longer than any of us. Why would the person who wrote the letters have scribed a book in our library? Well, that's the question. Whoever did it is the thread puller. Huh? Someone who was manipulating people at Kiersau and Tassing, pulling at threads to provoke someone into killing the Baron. I thought that old widow killed the Baron. She did, but the Baron was lured to the chapter house by someone who knew Kiersau and Tassing's secrets. Well, I'm afraid we can't be of any more help to you in determining the book's provenance. However, as it's not in our catalogue and it's already damaged, I doubt Father Abbot would mind if you kept it. Excellent, thank you. I'm glad someone bothered to save it from the flames. Why did she rush away like that? Eat with the truckers. Okay, well, we are gonna leave that for the next episode, I think, but at the very least we can go to the trucker's house. But greetings, Master Malher. Okay, we can't talk to her any more than that. Okie dokie, so let's get to the trucker's house. Okay, we can end the episode here. So in the next episode, well, let's go and have some lunch with Klaus Trucker, and also give the book that we just purchased for his daughter Magdalene. And after that, well, we don't have any other immediate plans or arrangements or places where we have to be. So, yeah, don't know what we do after that. But we'll find out next time. So, until then. Thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Pentiment.